Hello and welcome to the Humble Seer. So this is the Atlanta Child Murders series, and we are going to talk about Patrick Baltazare. Patrick was 11 years old and he was asphyxiated. Okay. He was asphyxiated. I'm hearing that the police had more than they needed. They had more than they needed. They had more than they needed. It's like an overwhelming preponderance of evidence. Just a preponderance. They had more than they needed. Okay, so what can we learn? Like the others, Patrick was cold. He was cold and he was coughing a lot. He coughed a lot. Just a lot of coughing. He coughed to the point where it just gave him a headache. Okay. And he was just brutalized. You know, he was just slapped and just abused. He was abused and picked with, and you know, they deliberately scared him constantly, just kept him in a state of fear. He was very young. 11 is young, and he was just in a state of fear, and he never came out of that. He was just to the point where his body was just almost shutting down. Okay. And like Luby, there was a milk truck. And as I said in Luby's reading, this milk truck blended in. It's like any other truck, like like you go out and you see carpet trucks and, vans, things like that just blend in and you don't think twice about. Sometimes there's nefarious things going on in the van, in the truck. Sometimes it's used to transport people. People are taken, and but you don't know, because it's almost like these vehicles, these trucks you can't hear screaming. Like they're soundproof, is what I'm getting. And you don't hear a child scream, adult scream. You don't hear anyone scream. You don't hear anything in that truck. It's designed, it's built for that. And that milk truck, that white milk truck, is no exception. That truck was used for nefarious purposes, okay? Transporting of these children. Oh, God. Okay, so what can you tell us about Patrick? Queen of Cups. Okay, so the Queen of Cups is psychic, empathic. All right, so this card came out for Curtis. And this card talks about me, the Humble Seer. And it just talks about, it's almost like these children are around and they are just saying, I'm hearing that, okay. And we're going to move on from that because it's not about me. What else can we get here regarding Patrick? What else can we get regarding Patrick? What else can we learn about Patrick? About this case in general as it relates to Patrick? Okay. So we have 7 of Wands. Okay. Defiance, self-defense, standing your ground. So Patrick was young. He was only 11, but he was tough, and he was scared, but he was defiant, and he didn't do I'm hearing he was the most defiant of them all. He didn't do of the children that we have been made aware of, because there have been plenty more. Okay. But he was defiant, and he would say no. Even at the very end, he was saying no, no, don't, no. He was defiant. Now, there was a blonde-haired woman. She wore a wig, and I'm hearing, for some reason, she was out of town. She was not part of this. She was in another state, another city. She wasn't near this one, I'm hearing. She was not near this one, which is interesting and very important to know. She was elsewhere. And for those who don't know or didn't watch, the first, I believe, in the Curtis Walker one, I talked about a woman who wore a blonde wig. And she's instrumental in all of this. She's part of this ring. And she is in another city, another state. And that tells us, and she's a wicked, evil person. But she's there to, oddly enough, put the children at ease. But for, I believe, Luby, she went back and forth, in and out of good and evil, to the point where his mind, he was just conflicted. So by me hearing that and seeing that, it tells me that this is going on elsewhere. Maybe Texas, maybe Houston, Texas, I'm hearing. Okay, is there anything else? Is there anything else? Is there anything else? What else can we learn as it relates to Patrick? All right. This is it. That's what I'm hearing. This is it. Okay. So we have the 6 of Wands. Now, it's interesting because the last 2 talked about victory. Okay, but it's never the victory of the victim, right? Because 6 of Wands is about victory, good news, accomplish, recognition. And so, but for the purposes of this reading, the 6 of Wands is saying that the victory was the life of this child, and taking the life of this child, to the people that perpetrated it. And there's a lot of people that are, I'm hearing videotaped pictures, that people have this, they have this in picture form, in video form, okay? Yeah. And that's for all of them. It's like a snuff film type of thing, which is horrible. And I know that I may be saying these things in a matter-of-fact way, but believe you me, this is gut-wrenching. This is painful, but we want to help these children. And these details and this information is going to do just that. There are people that will not like this, and there are people that will listen to this, and they will not like it. They will not like it, but I'm not here for anybody to like anything. I'm here to tell the truth. So that's Patrick. That's what we know about Patrick Baltazare. So thank you for stopping by the Humble Seer, and until next time, you do take care. Bye-bye.